Howdy everyone, Poacher here with an Age of Magic video. In today's video we're going to do the Champion Spotlight for Roinar, the Dark Elf melee damager, and I wanted to apologise on the delay of the AI Championship videos. There's just been a bit of a problem trying to get it sorted, but as soon as it's resolved I will get straight back to making those videos and we'll move further into the competition. So let's head over and see what this champion can do in battle and what his abilities are and whether or not he's going to be worth getting. So here is the man himself, or Elf, the Dark Elf melee damager Roinar. He's pretty good looking. I mean, honestly, I'm waiting for the day they release a hero that isn't good looking. I think that's the thing they take most pride in. He was born to fight mages, light or dark. He'll destroy any that threaten the balance. So he doesn't seem like a typical dark hero. He just seems like someone that's meant to, lore-wise, keep peace or balance. His hit points comes in at 1.9 million. His speed is 210. Armor 18k, magic damage resistance is 22k, basic damage 139k, critical hit chance 21, critical damage is 231. So he has a pretty big amount of abilities as well. Two specials, a passive and a leadership ability. Here are his stats for anyone that want to look at them specifically. You can pause the video wherever you want and analyze whatever you want. So yeah, he's a pretty solid unit from what I've seen. But we are going to jump into the arena, look at his abilities in detail and what they look like graphic-wise, and then you guys can decide what you think about him. So his basic attack is Sword Strike. It triggers the melee damager class mark. Damages one target and increases the damage the target takes by 10% per buff and debuff on the target. There's a 20% chance per light side ally and dark elf in the party to perform one counter attack on an enemy that damages him. So we're going to go up and attack Danae here. See what the animation looks like. He jumps forward and 210k damage. No critical hit. That's fine. And leaps back. So pretty standard basic attack. Puts the counter attack mark on him because we have light side heroes and dark elves. So what I like about the basic attack is that it's not forcing you to use a full faction of dark elves. It's allowing you to use light heroes as well. I think the light heroes has to do with his lore, from what I remember. But yeah, I like it when Playcott give us the opportunity to mix and match characters. Like, people have light heroes, they might want to use them, and you might want to use Roinar. So the ability to mix and match, create your own teams or create unique teams, I think it allows the players to test things a lot more. So yeah, pretty cool basic attack. We'll move on to his next ability. So his first special ability is Blockade, deals undodgeable damage to all enemies, and the attached debuff can't be blocked with Fortitude. The target can't get bonus initiative for 2 turns, so that's the part that can't be blocked by Fortitude. Has a 14% chance per light side ally and dark elf in the party to reduce the target's initiative to 0 the next time they are hit. So a 70% chance when your team is filled with dark elves and light side heroes. So we'll go ahead and look at what the ability looks like. So his sword lights up. Okay, that's pretty cool. So as you can see, the initial damage is applied to the character you are targeting. So that was Danae, and then the damage to all the other enemies is applied at the end there. So it does hit everyone. The damage is just situated differently. So pretty cool looking ability. As you can see, they've got the debuff on there, the little boot with the, or I don't know what it is, with a line through it. So they cannot have an initiative increase, which is pretty powerful against Archon teams. I think, that's what Playcott said. The Dark Elves were going to be a counter to the Archons, so Archons will not be getting a speed boost while Roinar is out on the field, or if he gets the chance to apply this to the enemy. And it's undodgeable. There's no way they can't block it with Fortitude. It's going to be applied to them. So as you can see there as well, oh no, she went after, so the shield was applied. I'm sure it wouldn't matter. And then there's the 14% chance so that the next enemy, and as you can see here, if we attack with Lucky on Danae, it should reset her initiative. Yeah, there you go. Her initiative is reset because we got that 70%. That was a little stun symbol on there. A 70% chance to reduce initiative to 0 on the next time they hit. So yeah, pretty strong ability, especially the preventing initiative boost. We know Playcott love their initiative boost, but they love their speed. So that's a pretty big ability to have. So we'll move on to his second special, see what that can do, how lethal that is, and then look at his leadership and passive. His second special ability is Light of Retribution, and I know there are going to be some people out there that are going to be happy with this, because if you look closely, what does this ability do? It applies a mark. Is this the comeback of marks? Are marks coming back into the game? It applies the boss mark. You guys can't see it on the screen, but I will go in and have a look at it in a second. Damages all enemies has a 14% chance per light side ally or dark elf in the party to reduce the special ability timer of all other dark elves and light side allies by 1 turn. Removes all buffs from the target, and for each buff removed, increases the damage of the ability by 20%. And if I click on the ability, the boss mark puts a boss class mark on the target. The next attack by a boss will deal 100% more damage. So it could be a very lethal attack, especially if you've got like Wukong or someone, or Sindariel. I think she can do a lot of damage. I think if you mix and match with her, she could do a lot of damage. Danae as well, if she's got the Barbarian mark. And this is only a special ability, so you're not, you could have him on that team. So it'll be interesting to see how people use that mark, or how people are going to start using marks again if they're planning to bring marks back. So we'll go ahead and look at the ability in action. Light of Retribution. Okay, pretty cool looking ability. And there comes the damage again. So it looks like it's just targeting the hero you're hitting first, and then the AoE part comes out at the end. So pretty cool looking ability. Had a 14% to reduce the special ability timer. So yeah, none of my heroes, their abilities are all off cooldown anyway, so it wouldn't matter. And as you can see, the ability of the boss mark has been applied to all the enemies. And I know there are going to be some people so happy with that. I know marks are what made combat in Age of Magic very special back in the day. And the fact that they stopped doing it, it was a big hit for different ways people could use teams. I mean, the bomb squad and the nuke squad, they exist because of marks. So bringing marks back in the game it's going to give people a lot of chance to theory craft. So I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy that these abilities mix with dark elves and light side heroes. Again, like I said, gives you the chance to mix and match. You could have a Danae team possibly where she could do a lot of damage because of the boss mark, and having her leadership ability, her rage stack. That's already a possibility I'm thinking of. You don't need to have Roinar. I think his name's Roinar. I keep forgetting. As the leader, he does have a leadership ability, which we'll look at in a second. But you don't have to. This ability will still work. Will still apply the boss mark, and will still allow you to trigger it. So really interesting. I hope people can come up with some pretty cool stuff. But we'll go over, look at his leadership and his passive, and then other than that, he's looking pretty good. Pretty strong, but he's looking good. So looking at his passive, Punisher increases own damage by 7.5% per another living light side ally and dark elf in the party. If the target has a shield, the damage to the shield is doubles, and damage to their health is halved. So I'm not sure what that last bit means, and damage to their health is halved, but like I said, they're counter to Archons. He's going to be ripping through shields. That was the aim of this team or faction the whole time, was to prevent shields or get through shields. So it'd be interesting to see if this was the plan the entire time. Was the Dark Elves always going to be a counter to the Archons, or was it planned to be something else, and this is just what they've been changed to? So it's a pretty strong passive. I like that it only affects him, though. I mean, he's got a pretty strong kit already, so it's good that it's only affecting him and not increasing like crazy stuff for his allies as well. I think passives could be support based, but this one just is a self buff, if anything. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It'd be interesting to see what type of numbers you're going to get, or how quick he is going to be able to get through shields. But yeah, pretty cool passive. Moving on to his leadership ability, we have Heresy Hunter. Increases the damage done by all other allies to enemy mages and healers by 25%. Has a 10% chance per light side ally and dark elf in the party to block enemy mages and healers from using their special abilities for 1 turn when another ally hits them. So that's what his lore is as well. He's a mage hunter. So a very interesting leadership ability. I mean, there are teams that use a lot of healers. Mages, though, I can't think of many teams that have a lot of mages on them. So it's a very niche leadership ability. I can't see a lot of people running this guy as a leader, unless in the future there seems to be some type of mage meta team, which could be done through brotherhoods. That would be very interesting to see a mage type brotherhood. The counter to that would be this guy. There would be no reason not to run this guy as a leadership character against a Brotherhood of Mages. That would be your best bet. So it'd be interesting to see if that's in the plans to release a Brotherhood of Mages. Other than that, I couldn't see any reason to run him. I can't off the top of my head think of any team that has a strong mage presence. I could be slipping my mind. Healers, however, sure, but again, is it enough to run him as a leader over other heroes with potentially better leadership abilities? Again, it's up to you guys. You do what you want. Maybe you can find out some way to use this awesomely, or that is meta breaking. But that's what the whole point of this, that people can start theory crafting on how to use him and in what situations he would be best in. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you do have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I'll answer to the best of my ability. And wherever you're around the world, until next time, please take care of yourself.